The M27 Iar is based on the H&K 416. It features a 16.5-inch barrel and uses a gas-operated short-stroke piston system. It was first fielded back in 2010 as the US Marine Corps sought to replace the M249 SAW. However, officials eventually decided both weapons were still needed. But because of its design and caliber, it can still be used as a support weapon, a lighter alternative to the M249 SAW. And now today, brought to you by UMAREX, OEM'd by VFC, upgraded with the TNT VFC 416 retrofit kit, I unbox and present to you the Gen 2 UMAREX H&K M27 gas blowback rifle. Today's video is sponsored by Swit Airsoft.com. So here we go, this is the UMAREX H&K, yes, officially licensed H&K Airsoft M27. So the first thing I want to take a look at is you've got your manual and a speed loader. And there you have your different variants. And those of you who may know this already, the M27 is basically based on the H&K 416. That's the base model. And there's your different variants. Another thing I wanted to note is that you also get an Allen key. Right, what else have we got? We've got this box right here, and this has a little weight to it, so I would suggest, judging by the shape too, this is your full metal gas mag. Loving the markings on there, and of course, it being a gas mag, there's your valve. Okay, let's get it out. Love the way it has been packaged. Proper protection during shipping. Here we go. Would ya look at this? Come on, let's complete that picture and then we'll go round the different features. Thank you. Right. It's got a nice weight to it. Whoa. Gorgeous. And of course, as mentioned before, officially licensed. So the first thing I'd like to point out to you, and this is quite important so you don't force anything or inadvertently break something, you must not and cannot put this rifle into safe mode if the bolt has not been cocked. So to put it into safe, you have to cock the bolt. So the features. As shown earlier, you've got this very substantial, famous looking stock with a very beefy, meaty butt pad, and just like the real version and the AEG version, you can open up the stock at the back right there. Moving along, as you can see, at the back here you have your various sling points. And just like most self-respecting stocks, you can retract this stock by pressing here. Whilst the stock is closed in, I will call that position 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and position 5. And I believe that's as far as it will go, unless of course you want to take it off completely. Nice. So that will lead me nicely to your charging handle. Looks just like the real thing. So let's pull that charging handle back, and note when you pull it back it automatically locks into place. You can bring that charging handle back home, and there is where you will see all the lovely blowback action. Now to adjust your hop up, just underneath your front sight and below the top rail, you see a little hole right there. Grab your Allen key and Bob's your uncle. as you may have spotted already, you have your ambidextrous fire selector switch, your forward assist, a very chunky pistol grip, which has this right here, which, you know, again, some people don't like that. Really doesn't make any difference to me. In fact, if anything, it makes it a bit more secure to hold on to. Just that little ledge thing right there. You know, 2 fingers in there, your middle finger there, your trigger finger where it needs to be, and of course your thumb on the other side. I don't have an issue with that. Some people do. So getting back to this fat grip, you've got your texturing on the sides and at the rear, and if you look at the bottom, there's a little compartment. And to get in there, you just need to spin it around partially, so it looks like that, and just get your finger or thumb just underneath there, and if you haven't got an uncle called Bob, well, you have now. Nice! And plenty of room there for some sweets or candy. Or actually, being a bit more practical, maybe little tools? Not a lot, but 1 or 2 little tools. And of course, right down there you can see where you can remove the grip completely. And then that moves us along nicely to your rear flip-up sight. Again, everything is full metal, apart from the stop and grip. So on your rear sight, it is adjustable, so let's just deploy. And as you can see, it is numbered because it is adjustable for elevation. Let's just do that now. And of course, windage. That now nicely leads me to your front flip-up iron sight, which is adjustable for elevation. Nice. And that leads me nicely to your very long, copious amounts of space top rail. Now, when I'm talking about rail space on this thing, there's not much out there that will beat this bad boy. There is loads of rail space. I mean, even your side rails, again, by the way, everything is metal, full metal. Even your side rail, look at the size of that bad boy. This side rail is as long, if not longer, than a lot of other weapons' main top rail. Seriously, look at that. And of course, you got your lower rail and more on the other side. Lovely. You can put all sorts on there. Sights, cameras, TV, Blu-ray player. Anyway, now if I can just bring you back towards the bolt area, I just want to show you this functioning dust cover where it continues to have your official trades, but of course, it's got to let you know, because it looks so realistic, it has to let you know it is an airsoft version. So you've got your 6mm airsoft caliber. Okay, so let's continue. You know what? I can't continue with this. I have got to get rid of that sticker right there. I'll be right back. Actually, I won't be right back. I'll stay right here with you because look at what that sticker is hiding. Maybe because this is the Asia model, okay? Now, what do you reckon that's going to say after it says made in? Well, if it's following the actual real steel, ready for it? Of course, made in Germany. I'm doing this really slow because I don't want it to leave much residue, so bear with me. Made in Germany. And then of course, like most popular firearm manufacturers, they end up in America. And in this case, Sterling, Virginia. So there you have your bolt release, your mag release. Do you know what? It makes me want to show you all the real steel trades right now, but not just yet. Gotta show you 1 or 2 more things, then I'll show you the trades, and then we'll get it ready for the shooting test. So, right here, you have your bayonet lug, and if you look down the front, not down the barrel, but behind the bayonet lug, you can see it's a floating outer barrel. And then of course, you have your flash hider. Now I know what you're thinking. What, show all the trades and then go on to the shooting test? What about the takedown procedure, or at least some of the internals?
Yeah, that's all coming up very shortly. Just taking the trades and the lovely markings.
Right, let's get inside this thing. So just like the real thing, all you would need to do to partially get inside is to push this pin out right here, which is located above your fire selector switch. So the first thing we have to do is to remove the mag. There's nothing in here that can be fired, so let's do this. And then from the other side, you can pull the pin out further, but it has a nice little retainer there so you won't lose that pin. So the pin stays right there. But then now, just like the real thing, you can do this. And there, giving you a sneak peek at the internals. Looks very well built. Really is a sturdy piece. Appears to be lubricated quite well. But again, after a period of time, the good thing is, because you can start to take it down just like the real thing, gives you plenty opportunity to keep it well maintained and lubricated. Now, to continue that realism, at this point you can also remove your bolt. Now, another great function of this M27 is that you can adjust the FPS. And to do so, again, grab an Allen key that's small enough and you can adjust your FPS down there. Now I'm about to get that gas mag ready, but I just thought to myself, before I do that, what if you're thinking, I don't want to spend that amount of money, and I really don't mind an AEG, and I really don't like that stock, and I don't care for officially licensed trades. Well, guess who's come to the rescue yet again? WeTech, yes, there's an unlicensed, unofficial sort of clone of that, okay? And it's also upgraded, but that will be in another video. And it's AEG too. So I'll use the supplied speed loader with its little attachment that will make it a lot easier to load the mag. Okay, let's get some gas in, and if you didn't spot it at the beginning of the video, it's a 30 round mag. Okay, I've got the bolt locked back just so that I can show you what it looks like on the inside when I put the mag in. And look, there's your first round right there. And then of course, you can hit the top section of your paddle to close your bolt. Nice. Now I've taken the mag out again and pulled the bolt back to show you that the first round is ready and chambered. Just like. You got it. Right, let's do this chrono thing. Now remember, I'm in the UK, so I've had this modded so it will not break any laws. However, out of the box, you can adjust this so it can go anything from about 320 right up to about 480 FPS. Now, because it's capable of full auto, I've made sure this does not shoot above 370. 343.8, 359.6, 358.8, 365.2, 356.5, 355.7, 360.4, one more, 351.9. Lovely! That's respectable for a gas blowback. 12 rounds per second. And I'm loving that the FPS has remained in those high figures that we were getting during the single semi-auto shots. Right, I'm going to do an accuracy test, but I've made a bit of a boo-boo. You see, I bought a pack of these targets, okay? Pretty decent targets. And what I didn't realise, these are for actual real firearms. So the actual paper, the GSM on these are really thick. So what I've done is I've gone to me local printers and I've asked them to reprint them on much thinner paper and make them look just like the original. No, I'm not going to resell them or try to sell them because that would be illegal. I just reprinted them on thinner paper. So here we go. Right, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Let's do a quick accuracy test, and after that, I'm going to show you this bad boy in slow motion. Hell yeah! Oh, hell yeah! Come on, baby. Right, let's get down to the main target. Now, would you look at the groupings on that? Absolutely, relentlessly hit that X. X marks the spot. Couple of shots up there. As you notice, my first shot landed in that 9 circle. Let's empty the mag. And again, hell yeah! And look, she locks back after the last round has been spent. Just like the... Right, let's give you some of that slow motion action. If you like what you see, head down to the video description for a direct link. And I'll see you again in part 2, when I will review the WeTech version of this, well, the H&K 416 version, and give you the complete pros and cons of both. But so far, this UMAREX officially licensed one is awesome.